This podcast may contain spoilers from whatever TV show or movie is mentioned. Please listen at your own discretion. Welcome to Viewers Anonymous.
Okay, I didn't know that was gonna stay on there. But anyway, man, welcome to another episode of the Viewers Anonymous podcast. I am Scoots Bronson.
And I am S. Foster.
That's right. We're here to give you our reviews and takes on all of movie and TV coming out of Hollywood. Didn't like that. I ain't like that coming out. What's going on, brother?
Can't call it, man. You know, it's kind of slow motion over here, but your boy is making it through, man. You know, trying to knock these things out, man, so we can get back on schedule, man. I kind of screwed up the schedule last week, but
shit, nah, you and me both. That was both of us. Cause I ain't gonna lie, either way it would have went. I still think that we'd have had to delay the shit.
True. That's true. But at the same time, with that being done, the product that still comes out, it's always A1. So you know what I'm saying? No matter if it come out on time. Now we have been consistent, so I mean, you know what I'm saying, people can bear with us, you know what I'm saying, if we miss a day or here. You know what I'm saying? So it happens in the podcast world.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, you can't really get too mad about it.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. But how you feeling, man? Everything good with you? How's that foot,
yeah.
By the way,
actually, you know what? My foot is amazing, bro. It's my ankle that is the problem now, but it's not as sore as it was yesterday. It's just like real tight. I have a weird tightness in my ankle right now, but I mean, it's not sore and it's not swollen, so I'm not complaining. I can walk, so I'm good with that.
That's good, man. That's good, man. I'm telling you. Hey, but I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? You're a little younger than me. I'm telling you, man, the older you get.
Nah, man, I'm not accepting that, man. I'm not accepting that. I'm not accepting that. They say you are as young as you feel and as you look, and I intend to feel and look as young as possible.
Hey, I mean, people be telling me that shit. I tell people how long I've been at FedEx. They be like, "What? I thought you was like 25." I be like,
I don't intend on being like, I don't stop saying, like, you know how people like some yeah, man, I'm getting old. I don't stop saying that shit. I'm not putting no kind of age on me at all. I want to be as young as possible. I want to embrace youth. Not only for that, man, just the mindset and the feeling of youth, man, the excitement of youth. I need all that around me. I need that type of energy around me. So yeah, I'm not all them people that be like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Just when you get older, man. Nah, when you get older, goddammit, I'm not accepting that.
Hey,
I refuse to accept that energy.
Nah, I understand it, man, but I ain't gonna lie though, man. For me personally, a little old, man. My oldest started his first day of high school today, man.
How you feel, man?
Oh,
my oldest did too, man. She well, no, it wasn't today. She starts tomorrow.
Hey man, it's crazy, man. But both of the boys, they was excited to go back, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. What's up.
And then, like, you know, them being new students and all, and you know, we had the orientation joint yesterday. I was telling you about it. That's why, you know, we recorded late yesterday because I had went to the orientation thing, and it was just crazy, man. Just being in the high school and be like, damn, like, man, my son's in high school. Like, I still can remember high school a little bit. You know what I mean? And it's just like, damn, man, it's wild. But it's a great feeling though, man. You know, being a father and, you know, seeing your kid, you know, going into, you know, high school his freshman year and all that type stuff. So it's a great feeling, man. You know, it's crazy, but seeing class of 2026, it's like,
yeah, that's wild, bro.
It's like,
I'm not gonna lie
to you, ain't that far away.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's super crazy, man. But it's exciting though, man. It's exciting. It was a happy thing to see because he was excited, and you know what I'm saying, it was happy. It was exciting for me to see him happy. So that was great, man.
Man, I still remember when my little sister graduated high school, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how far I go back. And I'm I ain't gonna lie, I'm not ready for them to graduate high school, but I am ready for them to graduate high school. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for them to go to college, but I ain't ready for the tear flow that's gonna come when they, you know what I'm saying, crossing that stage and moving on to that next chapter in life. I'm gonna be missing my little heathens.
True, but you know what I'm saying. But you gotta embrace the time that they in, man.
For sure.
And you know, I'm not rushing it. It's just still wild to think. Like shit, like I remember when this little fucker was born, man, and it's like,
I'm trying to
man,
tell
yo,
you, man,
like this dude
crawling
was
around the house and you had to go get them before they, you know what I'm saying, crawl down the stairs and shit and all kind of shit, man.
Yeah, man, it's
that
wild,
type
man.
of shit, man.
Yeah, it was so crazy, man. Cause like my oldest, like he can't hide his feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like he wears his emotions on his sleeve, and like so we going to go to see what his first classroom is, and so we walking down the hallway, and then like this tall blonde chick like looks at him like, what are you doing here? Like with his big ass smile on his face. Man, he turned so super red, but and I'm talking about his voice. Like if you had like if your levels, like the volume only went up to 20, right? He's kind of a loud person anyway. He's always around about 12, 14. Man, that shit went maximum 20, bro. Man, he was the biggest smile on his face, and I was like, you know her? He was like, yeah, she was at my last school, and like he was just like so excited. I was just like, yo, boy, you never gonna be able to hide something from a girl, but like never, but like you see a girl you like, but I mean the biggest smile come on his face, man. It was just so funny to see it, man. It was so funny to see it, but
man, that's the type of shit that I miss, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being shy around a girl and that type of shit, man. I miss them days, man. When the last time like you was shy and blushed at a motherfucker, bro? Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
bro, it was good times, man. It was good time.
Oh yeah, man. I was talking to someone about this. I was like, I'll go back to high school. I ain't even lying, but
me too. Like if I could just get one, you know what I'm saying, one good moment in time ticket and be like, hey, what period would you like to go back in? Be your former self for like a year. Oh man, send me back to my senior year of high school. Easily. Easily.
Man, same here.
Easily,
hey, dude, what a transition, boy.
Yeah, you know sir.
That's a great transition, man, for the movie that we doing today, man. This is
what we doing?
Man, this is one of my favorites, man. This is one of the ones that I felt that's underrated, but we doing the 2006 movie, man. Denzel Washington, Paula Patton, Val Kilmer. Man, we doing Deja Vu, man. This was one of those movies. Like, dude, I can remember this movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm 2 years removed from high school. I remember watching this movie, and like, I was amazed. Like, I thought it was great. Now, when it comes to Denzel Washington, he don't really miss. But what makes this movie, to me, one of those ones. See, I know a lot of people was going crazy because, Paula Patton was, pretty new at this time.
Yeah.
And like, so everybody's good. Don't get me wrong. Great looking woman.
No, but great is an understatement.
But the plot of this movie, you know what I'm saying, is better than Paula Patton. I'm sorry.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
Man, listen, man, when it comes to time travel and the way that they tried to put it together by saying that they created this machine that it was if I'm not mistaken, like 7 days before, and it's just like they can.
It was
hold on, satellite.
The exact thing is 4 days, 6 hours, 3 minutes, 45 seconds, 14 and a half nanoseconds in detail.
Yeah, and you can only get one shot of it. Like there's no rewind, there's no fast forward.
Or so they thought.
Well, yeah, so they thought. But what I thought, and this is what I wanted to throw to you, because we're going right into it.
Okay.
So like when they was talking to Doug about it, Doug, you know what I'm saying? That's why they call it Deja Vu, because he kept feeling like, yo, like I feel like I know this girl. Like I feel like I've done this before.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the nuggets that they threw at you in the beginning was when they went to sweep the house. And they was like, Doug, did you forget how to, you know what I'm saying, do a crime scene? It was like, what you talking about? It was like, man, your fingerprints and, you know, there's shit everywhere. Like, your DNA is all over the place. And, like, you might have missed it because you're like, wait a minute. Shit don't sound right. And so then, you know, you see the, you can save her on the refrigerator, like, all this type shit. And it's just like, and I like how they made Doug, like, you know what I'm saying, this old agent that's not really caught up with technology yet.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And then they got this whole new technology that nobody knows of yet. And like he's trying to get answers out of them, but they don't really want to tell them. But like when it comes to this type of time travel, look, now we've done multiple time travel movies on this podcast. So watching this movie and the type of time travel that they was talking about, like you said, the 4 days thing, I got it wrong at 7. What was your thoughts on it? Because I know how much you love watching movies about time travel.
Definitely. So it's an interesting concept only because usually with time travel, you don't have a time limit to be there. You know what I'm saying? Usually the rules of time travel is you go back in time, you don't see your former self, you don't see anybody, or you try not to interact with anybody you're related to, blah, 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 so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
With this one was a little bit different because you have 4 days to do whatever it is you needed to do, and then you instantly coming back.
Mm-hmm.
With the regular rules of time travel, it was, you know what I'm saying, with whatever your time machine was or whatever, you had to hide it and everything else so it wouldn't get destroyed or it wouldn't get stolen or anything else like that, or you'd be stuck in time. So it was interesting to see how, you know what I'm saying, like you basically had majority of a week to get whatever you needed done and everything else. And then if you didn't get it done in time, then pretty much you was SOL because you couldn't go back to it. So that was something that I found I thought was super, super interesting. And the way that they did everything, they was doing it with like the triangulation of satellites instead of having like this big machine or whatever. They was already using technology that was already there. So I thought that was pretty cool too, which kind of made more sense to me than them building a time machine, but just like using lasers to, you know what I'm saying, figure out points and everything else. And then, you know what I'm saying, kind of create portals and stuff like that. So yeah, I thought this was dope. What did you think?
I thought it was super dope, man. And then like I like how they gave you the suspense of like when he would ask a question and then like everybody would kind of look at each other like, you know what I'm saying? Like, should we tell him? You know what I mean? Like, like they got those looks of like concern of like, well, we can't give him too much because he's not technically in our field. Like this is like top secret information that we can't give him, but even though he's not technology, like he's not really into technology, but like he's such a great agent that it's kind of like shit. Like even though he's not into this, he knows something about it. And this movie, like the plot that they put into it, so basically this former Marines guy wanted to send a message, and he blows up this ferry. You know what I'm saying? And this is another thing about this movie. This movie was filmed in New Orleans after Katrina. Well, it was, you still had the devastation from Katrina. And so this was really one of those.
Technically, this was being filmed either right before Katrina, because it coming out in 2006. That means that they was filming the year prior. So this had to be like right before Katrina.
Yeah, that's right. So with them doing it that way, filming it down there, and like this dude blowing up this ferry to basically send a message to the government, you know what I'm saying, saying that, you know, that there's something coming, and like the thing is, like, people always want to blow up shit. Like they ain't got nothing, like these people ain't got nothing to do with the message that you're trying to send, because it'd be different if he blew. Now, wait a minute, I'm lying. I almost forgot. It was Navy dudes on that ferry.
Yep.
So that was a shot at the military, well, at least, you know what I'm saying, a branch of the military. And so he decided to blow up the Navy people. And so the whole objective of doing that,
he had a stupid
because he was rejected.
Yep. There you go. Come on, man.
And it's like, and they told him that he was too committed. It's like, yo,
anytime somebody tell you too committed to something, then that's a real live problem. Like that's something that you should deal with like personally. You should do some yoga, or, you know what I'm saying? Come to terms with the fact that, man, you need better things to do in your life. How can you be too committed to your country? Like, seriously though, like, hey man, we would love to have you overseas fighting motherfuckers, but it's just like you know what I mean? You too committed, bro. Like you do too damn much. That's crazy.
And the crazy part about that, dude, is the fact of like, you want those dudes to do whatever it takes, you know what I'm saying, to win a war or whatever the case may be. But if they tell you, yo, like you in this shit too deep, like it's really like leaving me speechless. Like how can you be too fucking committed? You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about like, you know, the Taliban or, you know, whatever the case may be, like these people actually strap bombs to their chest, and you know what I'm saying? Like that's too committed. But it's like they believe in a religion that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, in that country, do that. I said in that country, that's not too committed for them. In that country, that's you right in, you know what I'm saying? You right in sight for them.
Exactly. And it's like, yo, it's so crazy. So he blows up the ferry, and what makes the whole character of Claire important is because her body washed up on the shore with burn marks. But what made her case different is the fact that she washed up before the ferry blew up.
Yep.
So my man tried to make it seem like she was a part of that, but her body being discovered before then. So that was one of those things that got Doug going, like, yo, like what the fuck? Like it's something weird about this. And then, you know, when he went to the corner people, they found the tape that they residue or whatever.
He found adhesive around their mouth, and then when they used the black light, also found this, you know what I'm saying, this green stuff in the adhesive, which basically was remnant to the explosive.
Yeah, but I think, man, how it was all put together is what makes this movie so fascinating. It's because like they're watching this girl's life. They're like, yo, what did this girl got to do with, you know what I'm saying, the case? And Doug is like, I don't know. He said, but what I do know that there's going to be a change in this girl's life, and somehow this thing is connected. And he was able to connect the Bronco that she sold. You know what I'm saying? They was able to, I know, right? I hate to say it, dude. Have you seen the new Broncos?
No.
Yo, them things is fire.
I believe you, but I'm not driving no Bronco, man. Out of respect for OJ, because they never gave him a fucking contract. They never put him in a commercial. No, nothing. That's disrespectful than the motherfucker.
No,
him and dude drove that motherfucker down there across California.
Hey, this is the wild part. Like the OJ shit was so shocking. They discontinued the car for like 2 decades. But they stopped making Broncos.
I guarantee you though, that year the Bronco sales went up though.
Man, listen, I'm better sure that did, and I bet you couldn't find a white one.
I'm just saying, think about how long they was on TV. They never stopped for gas on TV. I'm just saying, great gas mileage. That'd have been they should have had me in the marketing room because we'd have turned that whole frown upside down.
No, listen. Now they got me thinking, like, before they got on the freeway, you know what I'm saying? My man was like, yo, let me go fill up real quick. Like,
it was on like a 4th of tank.
And it never moved?
never moved because that's how reliable Broncos was. I mean, look at this movie. He drove a Bronco off the truck. I mean, off the bridge to blow up a ferry, bro.
No. The Bronco was already in there. Remember, he
No,
parked it
that's
in
right.
there.
I'm tripping. He drove it off the. That was Denzel who drove it off
Yeah,
to
yeah,
save everybody. I'm tripping.
yeah. So,
Well, Bronco in this movie killed Denzel Washington, and that's hard to do. So therefore, Broncos are great trucks.
well, killed a version of Doug Carlin.
Mm-hmm.
And now, see, that's also something that makes it really dope because there was a scene where Doug was talking to Denny,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Yo," he said, "You're gonna get a phone call, and they're gonna be like, yo, Doug, you need to come down here and see this." And he said, "You're gonna be standing over your dead body,"
Yeah.
because when he sent him back, which they didn't know if it was necessarily going to work, but they had it all planned out to send him somewhere where somebody could give him what he needed to get shocked.
With
The
the pedal,
thing,
defibrillator.
yeah, defibrillator.
Yeah.
And it said, and they wrote on his chest for him to get the defibrillator.
Mm-hmm.
So like that was one of the things. So you remember when I told you I was watching this movie with some people, and like they were saying that this movie was stupid, and I was like, it's not stupid. I was like, you understand it's stupid because you don't get it. Like this is what I was watching, and I was trying to explain to them like, yo, like there's already a version of Doug from 4 days ago that's there. So
No,
he's.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So it was like the version that they sent was the 4 days in the future Doug, but there's already a Doug that was there from, you know what I'm saying, in that time period from 4 days ago. So like it's two versions of him. Like the dude says it right there, like you gonna see your dead body, and it's just like it wasn't registered in their head. I was like, I don't know how you don't get it. Like he literally just said it. And I'm like,
yo, and then you also have to understand too, this is not the first time that he did this. This is not a first time thing at all. Like he's done this multiple times. The fact that when he looks up and he sees you can save her, he put that there. You know what I'm saying? Like this is something that he's went back in time multiple times to try to get the killer over and over again.
I don't remember that part.
No, they don't show you how many times he's went back. But I'm saying the fact that he was leaving clues around the whole time lets you know, like, he's been going back multiple times. It's something that he's done tried over and over again.
So, okay, so hold on. Now, this is a new theory I never heard before. So what you're saying is that you feel that this wasn't Doug's first time. And so you saying that the whole time, this was kind of like, they was kind of fucking with Doug to see if he would like figure it out.
I think, and this is just my theory. This is not a real thing. This is right now we just going strictly hypothetical, right? I think that Doug went back in time to go back in time.
Okay. Elaborate on that a little more.
So he went back in time 4 days ahead of time. Now, knowing that he done went back in time 4 days ahead of time lets us know that the Snow White program still exists. So him going back 4 days ahead of time, getting the, you know what I'm saying, getting the advantage or whatever. He knows that the killer is a certain person. I forgot what dude's name is. Orstat.
Yeah.
So he knows who he is at this point in time, right? Now the thing is this: when you go back at that particular point, it's not going back 4 days. Because this is where I was getting confused. You don't go back 4 days. You go back to whatever point you go back at, but you only stay there for 4 days. So knowing that, he can go back to whatever point in time he had to go back to. He just had 4 days to make that happen. Right? So knowing that, that means that going back in time, he could use that to do that over and over again and set up little points for himself. Because like I said, he got 4 days to do all that. So he can stop all that shit by just continuously going back.
So you saying that he kept going back and he kept failing and she kept dying.
And in the midst of doing that, he was leaving himself clues along the way.
And you saying that last time was the only time that he was successful? It's the time that we saw.
Yeah.
That's
just a theory.
So my theory was that he had done it before, but he just didn't. Let me see. He just didn't remember that he'd done it. I don't know how he forgot, but it was the whole thing of like getting deja vu. Like, now that you say that, like it makes a little bit more sense, because the only thing is why they was acting so secretive. Like, I don't know if it was a way to, what am I trying to say? Because what you're saying makes sense, but I just don't understand that why they act like they wasn't in on it the whole time. It's like, why?
Deja vu people? The Snow White people?
Yeah, like the people that controlled the machine. It's like, but then at the same time, why? Like, if he never had any progression before, why they act like they didn't know anything?
Maybe you only remember up to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you only got so much time to remember stuff.
You mean the people that of Snow White?
No, the person that goes back in time. So maybe it's not the fact that they were being secretive and they knew what he was doing. I mean, I'm sure they knew what he was doing, but it's the fact that they know the effects of it. So when you go back in time, say that 4 days and 6 hours and blah, 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 time is up. When you come back, you know what I'm saying? You come back, and then after a while, those effects wear off and you forget everything about that. And them knowing that is them being like, well, shit, ain't nobody ever going to remember that we exist. You know what I'm saying? Because after they go through those 4 days, they end up forgetting after a while. When they come back, they end up forgetting. And that's why I said technically he would have to go back in time, find the Snow White program, go back in time again, you know what I'm saying, and continuously do that, because there would be no way if when he's coming back, he remember, you know what I'm saying, he gonna remember that much. He's not gonna remember.
You know what? I think I got it.
What's up?
I think your theory is right. I think what it is the version of Doug that knows everything dies. So this new version of him don't have any memory of it because that version of him did not do it.
Right. They didn't survive.
Yeah, the one that knows about it is the one that dies. And so this future version of him don't know of it, but he has...
Okay, that don't make sense then. Because if the future version of him dies, then he can't go back.
No. I said the future version don't remember because he didn't do it. The past one.
Okay.
Yeah, the past
version dies, and then the future version. Okay, never mind.
Yeah,
you're right.
And and like that's how his DNA. But it's still, I still don't know why the Snow White people still. And maybe it was for the movie, for the script, for us. You know what I'm saying? For us, the viewers, to, you know what I'm saying, see if how much he picks up on it. I guess that was like a whole game that maybe that they played. Like, let's see if this version.
I mean, if you knew you could send a motherfucker back in time, you'd be secretive about that shit too.
Yeah, and I think that what they had to do was they had to get him to buy in. So I think that they kept like fucking with him, oh man, you know, what did this girl really got to do with it? You know what I'm saying? I think that they was kind of, you know what I'm saying, getting his light bulb to come on to see how much Doug could figure it out, to see if he really could go back and get it this time.
Because he ultimately broke the case open when he told them to focus on, what's her name, Claire? When he told them to focus on Claire, and they did, that's how they found out who Orstat was. You know what I'm saying? They was able to find everything out through her, and that was all his idea in the beginning. So ultimately, yeah, he was the reason that they ended up finding out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, and that was very smart, because, and really the person who broke the case was the person who called in that damn body so early, because if nobody would have found that body early, they would have thought that she was just part of the ferry blowing up. So, and that really set the whole case open, man.
And that it's so crazy that he thought that much about it. Like, that was all a part of his plan, was that throwing her in the river and then blowing it up. Even if they found her, they'd just think that she was a part of one of the fucking people of the fucking, you know what I'm saying?
But then the way that thing exploded, ain't no way in hell a half burnt body would have been that far away from the wreckage the way that thing blew up. Man, those people was in pieces. Had to be. Man, like, ain't no way.
Hey man, you never know, man. She might have been on the outskirts of it. You know what I'm saying? Got burnt up, fell into the river, drowned, and then you don't know how that shit works for real, man. It's possible.
We don't, but
it's possible.
That was a big ass explosion, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, I could think of how it happened 4 different ways.
But tell me.
So I just gave you one.
Okay,
that's on the bridge, blew up. You know what I'm saying? She was too close to it. She did like that. Got burnt, fell into the river, drowned. Okay.
That ferry was not close to the bridge, man.
I mean, it was a big ass explosion. You know what I'm saying? Second one, you know what I'm saying? She was on the ferry, but she was on her way to the back of the ferry when it blew up. Also, fell into the water, then drowned. Second, I'm on three. So the third one, she was doing something on the ferry, fell over, ferry explodes. This time she don't go, she already in the water. The explosion kills her, and then her body, you know what I'm saying, goes down into the river from the impact. And then fourth, last but not least, she falls off the ferry in the midst of the explosion. So the impact from the explosion hits her body, killing her on impact and burning her at the same time. She falls in the water, also pushing her down, and then eventually she comes up the shore. This is too easy.
You got great imagination, sir.
I got a hell of imagination. This is too easy. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though I know it washing up on shore, I'm sure he didn't think about that. But just the fact of putting her in the water, knowing that somebody could possibly think that she was a part of, you know what I'm saying, being on the ferry or whatever. And then the only other thing that threw me off was the fact that when they was looking at the footage and they was like, who's that? And then it was a dude on the bike or whatever. It was like, what is he doing? It was like, peeing? And they was laughing or whatever. Like, that wasn't suspicious that this nigga just so happened to be, you know what I'm saying, taking a piss by the river that early.
Like, at the time of the explosion?
Come on, man.
Yeah. I'll tell you a part that I thought was dope. And I don't think I ever seen this in a movie before. Mm-hmm. So when they had that one battery pack thing and like they was trying to follow him, so he was in that big ass truck with that thing. He had flipped the one lens on his eye and it was showing, you know what I'm saying, 4 days ago, and him actually in real traffic, he hitting cars and shit. But it's just so dope to watch like the side by side of like seeing like the past and seeing like the present. I've never seen nothing like that in a movie before. Like I just thought that the plot of it and the writing for it. I mean, look, it's Jared Breikheimer. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That dude is a whole legend of him himself. The thing that he's been
does
involved
great
in.
TV. I'm not really like a fan of like his whole like movies, I guess. Because I don't let me go through his movie list real quick. But the ones that I've seen, I ain't really seen nothing of Jerry Bruckheimer where I'd be like, man, this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like it was directed by Tony Scott though.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? We all know. And see, Jerry is just more of like, you know what I'm saying? He put his name on it. Well, he's more of like a production type of thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was up under his production, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, he got the Bad Boys under his belt.
Who, Tony Scott?
No, Jerry Bruckheimer. Because that's when he was doing the joints with Don Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Jerry got some shit, yo.
Hey, can we be honest? Can I be honest real quick?
Yes.
All right. So, you know what I'm saying? I know that, you know what I'm saying, we all got love for Bad Boys and shit, right? But can we really talk about it, bro?
We already did.
No, I mean, like, to be honest with you, that movie ain't that good.
That's a lie.
Okay. Well, never mind.
Yo, I fought with Bad Boys, man. Like, I think, you know, we ain't got to be long on it, but I think the first one, man, that element of surprise of like really putting like these two dudes who were up and coming stars, putting them in an action film, and then like turning it into a franchise where, you know what I'm saying, they're going into the fourth one.
It don't hold up.
I'm sorry, it does for me.
It does not hold up. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it's too corny.
That's the whole point.
No. It's way too corny, though. Like, the one with Gabrielle Union, to me, is the best one. The first one is people be hyping it up too much for me, bro. But we'll talk about that on a later time. Jerry Bruckheimer, right? Okay, so he did Pirates of the Caribbean, which is my shit. He did Remember the Titans.
Armageddon.
Yeah, Armageddon. He did the new Top Gun too, which was trash.
I haven't seen it yet.
You know
he did Gemini Man, but a lot of people didn't fuck with it. I don't. Well,
come on, bro.
I wouldn't say trash. It wasn't a great movie, but
that shit was horrible.
You just didn't like the CGI.
The CGI didn't have nothing to do with it. This nigga was fighting his younger self. If I was fighting my younger self, you know what I'm saying? I'd beat the shit out of my younger self's ass.
That's a damn
what
lie.
What are you talking about? No, 100%. I'm way smarter than what I used to be. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, but you ain't as fast or as strong or as quick as you used to be.
Gotta be if you smarter, you know what I'm saying? I'ma just outsmart that motherfucker.
Man, listen. Training Day. He was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? All the CSI joints everybody watched on TV, like you said. Deliver Us from Evil was alright.
Listen,
Hostages was alright.
Jerry Bruckheimer's TV shows are way, way better than his movies.
Beverly Hills Cop, my guy. Come on.
Okay. That's one. And she got the Pirates joints.
Okay, so that's what, like 4 right there.
Yeah, and then he got Bad
Remember the Titans?
Okay, 5, 6.
You know what I'm saying? Training Day.
Training Day.
Yes.
Okay, 7.
National Treasure.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah. Look. He's starting to switch up a little bit. Hey, if you look deep, Glory Road, my guy. Don't you?
It's not a bad movie, but it's not. I'm not throwing that out there like as a W.
Hey, look, I love that movie. My son still watch that movie.
No, that is a great movie.
Dude, Pearl Harbor, Black Hawk
Hell
Down.
No.
Coyote Ugly.
Black Hawk Down, yes. Coyote Ugly and Black Hawk Down.
Hey, don't do that.
No, that's what I said. Yeah, Black Hawk Down, yes. Pearl Harbor, fuck no. That shit was trash.
Yo, I used to watch Coyote Ugly so much, but
yeah, we all did, brother. I watched that movie and hope. I watched that movie and hope for boobs, bro. Never got them.
Never got them. Oh, so disappointed. Man, that's the most disappointing thing about that movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, Enemy of the State. Enemy of the State was alright, but
I'm not a fan of that movie.
That movie was alright. Con Air. Dude, listen. Dangerous Minds.
That's an overrated movie too.
Okay. Days of Thunder.
Horrible.
Days of Thunder went horrible. Crimson Tide.
Never watched it. Yo, Days of Thunder is the bootleg version of what's the name? Top Gun.
But he's just a race car driver.
Yeah. No, like 100%. That's the same fucking so we got this thing called Kings Island, right? And it was, at a point in time it was Paramount Kings Island. So all the Paramount shit, right? Anything under Paramount, we had it. So when we had a roller coaster called Top Gun, so it was the whole Top Gun thing, and then we also had the Days of Thunder ride.
Wait. Was it just like the vibrating seats joints that like
I
went
don't
to
know.
the side?
I never got on that bullshit. I never got on the
I
Top
did.
Gun shit.
Man, we had a Days of Thunder, man, with the vibrating seats joints, and so then when you hit the curve, you bouncing to the side.
I don't know.
Yeah, we used to do that.
Well, that's stupid because you're only hitting one goddamn turn.
Man, they had a wreck, man. They had a wreck.
You was in the wreck?
Yeah.
You just shook you the fuck up. Hell no. I'm not on no shit like that. That's fucking stupid. That is dumb, bro.
I was 12, man.
I know, man. The stuff we used to get excited for was crazy. The fact that niggas was excited about Days of Thunder as if it wasn't the car version of Top Gun. Like they actually redid this whole concept over and over again. Except they just did it backwards. Instead of coming out with planes, they did cars first and then they did planes. They did, this shit was already done, bro.
Oh,
who the fuck watched like Days of Thunder as if like it's the same thing.
Hey boy, you stupid, man.
Who was in Days of Thunder?
Man, that's when him and what's his name got together. Him and Nicole Kidman.
Who was in it?
Oh, your boy, John C. Reilly's in it.
No, he's also in Talladega Nights. I don't care about John C. Reilly. Who is the man in Days of Thunder?
My man, Robert Duvall.
Who is the main actor of Days of Thunder, man?
Oh! I see what you're saying. My fault. Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
My bad.
What movie was Tom Cruise also in?
Top Gun, man.
I told you, bro. This is Cars version of Top Gun, nigga. That's all this is. This is the car version of Top Gun, man. This is what they do, bro. This is not no different. It was the same corny 80s music in Days of Thunder as it was in Top Gun.
This may be true, but that plane didn't look like that Hardy's car, though, man.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That's true.
That Hardy's car was fire. So like we went on a Jerry Bruckheimer little thing there.
Yeah.
But now like I think he does good work. Well, he puts his names on good movies.
For sure. But I think he does better TV than he does movies though.
I see what you're saying because the success of like all the CSIs and NCIS and all that type shit. Like he, you know what I'm saying? He jumped into that Dick Wolf game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
And if y'all don't know who Dick Wolf look, I don't even know what Dick Wolf looked like.
Nobody do.
But that dude,
his name on everything though.
On everything on TV. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the all the Law and Orders, Chicago fires, probably
Chicago PD,
all that shit. Dick Wolf, all of it.
What's the thing? Chicago Hope or whatever? What's the hospital one?
Shit, what is the hospital one? I know what you're talking about though. Like he does all that shit, like all of it. But yeah, so shout out to Jared Bruckheimer. Yeah, but now like the way that this movie unfolded was really dope. Of like once, like where I left off at when he had the thing showing 4 days ago, and he was driving in the present time, and he found his way to this gas yard or whatever you call that thing, and it shows like where she was murdered and all this type shit. Like that is some wild ass shit to have that shit side by side, and then to watch Doug do shit like Claire, like she's dead, yo, but he was still comprehending, still trying to figure out like something is off. Like I feel that I can save her, but I feel like I've already done it. But that's another thing. Like he puts on the thing, you can save her. But I think that what he was trying to say was I think your theory now, the more and more I think about it, was right, because he put that up there because he was like, just in case I fail, I'm gonna get another shot at this. And I need you to read this, that you can actually save her. So I think that the more and more I think about this shit, dude, I think you're right, man. I think he went back multiple times.
He would have had to constantly go back, and every time he went back, he was leaving himself clues. That way, when they got up to the point, he could find out, like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like the first time we see him go back, we see you could save her, and then we see the bloody rag or whatever, where he was healing himself with the gunshot wound and all that. He just didn't know what the fuck was going on. But in the midst of all that, you know, you eventually see that happened because he went back in time to save her right before she was about to get murdered. And then, you know what I'm saying, they were trying to stop him. She ran dude over with the car. He shot dude in the head, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? In order for her not to get arrested, he took the truck, drove it off the bridge or whatever, and boom, end up dying.
Well, he didn't do it to get arrested. He drove it off because that bitch was about to blow up.
Well, yeah, she was also about to get arrested though, because remember the police and them was on their ass.
No, she was tied up to the steering wheel.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so he drove it off, but he ended up cutting her out and getting her out, but he didn't have enough time to get himself out. So, but the thing is, that really worked out better for that version of Doug to blow up with the car, because now, because his body is going to be so, there ain't no body left, period. You know what I'm saying? So that thing that Denny told him was never going to happen, of him actually standing over his dead corpse, because that corpse actually blew up. But I think that something that you tend to forget now, when I watched it the first time, I was so wrapped up in the scene to where I was like, damn, man, Doug died. That's fucked up. And then you see Doug kind of walking through the crowd, because I forgot about the shit. You know what I'm saying? That there was another version of Doug. But like, man, this movie had a time, man. Like, I know, like, when this movie came out and I like rented it on DVD or something like that, I watched this shit like 2 or 3 times before I took the shit back. Like,
you had to, so you understand what was going on.
But I was so fascinated by it. I was like, yo, like, this movie is really, really dope, man. And then, like, I had reached that age. I mean, shit, 2006, like I said, I was 21. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I started really watching movies different. You know what I'm saying? At that age, I really actually started paying attention to where, like, I was watching more, I guess you could say, quote unquote, more mature movies. You know what I'm saying? Other than just watching, like, I mean, because at that time, you know, I'm watching Boys in the Hood like crazy. I'm watching Juice like crazy. And it's just like getting into movies that are more intellectual. Like, that's what I was doing at that time. So,
at this time, I was in my junior year of high school. And I definitely wasn't watching this yet. I don't think I actually watched this movie until like 08, 09.
I was on it. I mean, plus, man, we talking Denzel. And dude, I had no idea until I was just looking at the IMDb. This is his second time doing a movie with a Fanning. Ella Fanning is in this joint.
Oh, yeah?
I had no idea.
Also, this is the second time that him and Bruckheimer actually worked together, right?
Yeah, he did Crimson Tide.
Well, third time because he did Remember the Titans too.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's one of those ones. Like, man, listen, man. If you could get a relationship with Denzel Washington, come
Yeah.
on, man. You winning in life. You know what I'm saying? If you can get multiple movies out of Denzel Washington, I mean, he got that with Spike Lee, Jerry Bruckheimer, uh, whoever doing who's doing the Equalizer joints because he's about to do the third one. Who does those?
Is they having somebody new on that, or is they gonna continue to have him like literally fight people? Because it's starting to get unbelievable now.
Man, listen, it's getting there, but at the same
Like,
time,
don't get me wrong, it's a such thing as old man strength, but come on, fam.
it is. But come on, man, if Tom Cruise keep doing it, you know what I'm saying, and Sylvester Stallone
Did
and
you
all these dudes,
no, bro? Did you
come
see how
on.
they had Denzel looking in that joint though? He looked like old and out of shape.
Well, you must have never seen the old man on FX because look, dude, Jeff Bridges is in his 70s, yo. And he kicking ass in the old man. So if Jeff Bridges can do it, Denzel Washington can do it. So I'm not mad
I'm
at
with
it.
you, but I'm just saying, like the way they didn't even get him to the point to where like he was working out, bro. Like this nigga had the Bill Cosby body out there, like tearing niggas up. Like,
Wow.
come on, man.
Wow. This dude did not say Bill Cosby.
100%.
The one thing that I do hate is the fact that this was the franchise that he decided to keep going. Because before the Equalizer, he did an interview saying that he would never do the same movie like twice. He was like, he always wanted to keep evolving in his career. And it's just like when you look at some of the things he's done, it's like, yo, there could have been some part two of some movies that would have been, you know what I'm saying, that would have been better
100%.
than this. You know what I mean?
100%.
I mean, like, I know this came out after the Equalizer, but like, man, can we get a Safe House 2?
Safe House 2 would have been nice. Man, Training Day 2 would have been nice.
He died though.
I know. It still would have been nice. They could have did like a prequel joint to see how he got to that point. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
the Book of Eli 2 would have been nice.
I think there is. I think I seen
it
something
better not be.
about that. I'm not sure.
Without him?
He didn't die. Did he?
Nah.
I don't think so.
He definitely didn't die.
What do you think about A Magnificent Seven? And look, he could have did the second Inside Man. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Instead of that bullshit that they gave us. And I mean,
like, he did that Roman J. Esquire movie.
Yeah,
Roman J. Israel. I still ain't watched that shit.
I seen it.
Was it trash?
Oh, it was alright. I didn't really fuck with it. Oh man, you want to know a movie that's great, but like I just feel like the suspense it wouldn't be the same. Like Out of Time was that shit. I don't know if you could really do it too because like there's this mystery shit that's surrounded around it. So you can't really do it too. You can't really do now. I mean, listen, how can I forget this? There's two that he could have definitely done. The Bone Collector and He Got Game. Those are the two that
He Got Game.
Yes, and this is the point.
He Got Game 2?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm cool. I don't want to see Ray Allen continue to try to act. No, I'm sorry.
No. I don't think that this would be more of like
if they made him like a coach, you know what I'm saying, like a community league coach after he get out, you know what I'm saying, he been out for a few years, he become like a community league coach or like a high school coach, and then they trying to get him to be like a coach of a, you know what I'm saying, a college team or something like that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And like I actually talked about A Bone Collector 2 on my on the podcast that I did about that. And I was just like, yo, it easily could have been done. Like, you know what I'm saying? Another case comes up where clues is being left behind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't got to do much. All he did was use his brain and his face in the movie. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like he was he was bedridden the whole time. And I felt that they could have did that movie, you know what I'm saying? But it's a different case this time. And you know what I'm saying? They're trying to solve the case. So I don't know, man. I just felt like there was other movies that were out there and he chose to do the Equalizer. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Denzel Washington don't make a lot of mistakes, so I can't be mad at him.
No, he definitely don't make too many mistakes. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely never questioning his moves. I just think that, you know, it's some, like, to me, like I said, I think that 100% he could have did the second part of Book of Eli easily.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely could have done that.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Whatever Paula Patton do, she got it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that we haven't really talked a lot about her. I felt, look, dude, I got the buzz. I understood it. I see why the world was acting the way that they was acting because Paula Patton had a time like from 2006 by like 2012.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, she was on the run. And
bro,
then
Paula Patton was so fine, nobody cared that she was married to Robin Thicke.
Man, nobody cared. Everybody was like, nah, we don't give a shit about Robin. Like we trying to tap that anyway.
No,
like,
everybody accepted Robin Thicke because of Paula Patton. That's how fine she was.
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who fuck with his pops and his moms.
Man, Alan Thicke is cool, but he ain't no Paula Patton, bro.
Well, of course he ain't.
Talking about. You know what I'm saying? When I found out who he was, I was like, oh yeah, he cool. You know what I'm saying? Because Lost Without You came out and everybody was like, man, who is this white dude, man, doing this music? It was a great song, you know, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, wait a minute, he got Paula Patton? Oh, yeah, he's a G. Let's go. He's the man.
And then he came out with Sex Therapy?
Come on, man.
Come on. Blurred Lines, which you got sued for? Come on.
Still fire song. I still listen to that.
Yeah, so shout out to Robin Thicke.
Shout out to Paula Patton.
Fuck Paula Patton.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Man, let's get into the Fire Flames, man.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, make sure I'm getting the right one. There we go.
Yoga Fire. Yoga Flame.
So, man, we got our Fire Flames, man. What are you giving this joint, brother?
Let me see, man. Obviously the cast is great. I really fucks with it. I like the people that had in it, man. Shout out to Erica the Great. You know what I'm saying? Erica Alexander. She was in this joint.
Mm-hmm.
My one dude, man. I think he's one of those actors. Like he's never the main guy, but like he's always like in something. And he's always charismatic every time he's in it. Adam Goldberg. I like Adam Goldberg.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got Bruce Greenwood.
Oh, no.
He's
I wonder if that's the same Adam Goldberg that's Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He was the wait a minute. Well, I know he was in Zodiac for a quick minute. If I'm not mistaken, he was the friend in Vanilla Sky.
Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought he was the dude from Meet the Goldbergs.
Oh no. But
yo, they got an Anna Nicole Smith movie. What the fuck? I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
It's a TV movie. Okay.
Yeah. But you know, obviously you got Denzel the Great, you got Paula Patton. It was good. I think the plot of it was good. Tony Scott did a great job. It was well directed. It was very well put together. Great idea. I love they spin that they put on it. You made it even better for me. Now I feel like I need to watch it again because I never thought of it that way. That's why I love doing these pods with you. And with that being said, honestly, man, I know this ain't nothing I really talk about that much, but man, I'm gonna give this a 4.5, man. I don't really have a lot of complaints about this movie. I really fuck with this movie, man. And you know what I'm saying? And I think there's only like one, like if we was to go Denzel on here, I think that there's no movie, even that one movie that wasn't good, that A Little Thing or The Little Things or some shit that came out on HBO Max last year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's nothing below a 3 with Denzel in it.
That Roman J. Israel movie.
Yeah, that's right at a 3.
I was just playing. I ain't never seen this shit. I just know everybody was dogging it. But I mean, compared to Denzel movies, that's probably why they were saying that shit. Man, for me, I'm not gonna lie, man. The cast was great. You know, the fact that they had so many people in this joint that you didn't really, you know, in 2006, you really wasn't paying attention to their careers, and a lot of their careers really haven't bloomed yet. But I mean, you got legends like Denzel Washington, Val Kilmer, like you said, Erica Alexander, Bruce Greenwood. He's been in goddamn everything. And then, you know, you had the upcoming stars and Paula Patton and then Jim Caviezel. And then at this time, too, man, Jim Caviezel was like in the midst of a hate train. I don't know if you remember that, because they was killing him for Passion of Christ. And then they also was, you know what I'm saying, putting him in roles like this where he was a terrorist and all other kind of shit. So, you know, he had a rough, you know what I'm saying, start to his career. But the storyline was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, they made a unique take on time travel, which a lot of people don't do. And man, the fact that they put a time limit on it, to me, was dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That means that you can go back, but you only got 4 days to do whatever you had. Like, that's a very, very interesting take on time travel, because usually you can just go back and do whatever you want. You just can't do certain shit. Like this one, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You just got 4 days to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna alter history still and everything else. But you know what I'm saying? You know that you getting back no matter what. I thought that was pretty cool, man. Very exciting movie, very interesting movie. This is one that's gonna make you think. You gotta pay attention to it as well. You can't be on your phone while this one is going on. I'm giving this one a 4. Yeah, I'm definitely giving this one a 4. So
listen, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, man. I mean, I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it for what it was, but it's definitely a 4 for me. So let's get into the coming soon, bro.
Let's do it.
Coming soon to own on video and DVD.
So, man, coming soon, we have
another hilarious Eddie Murphy joint on the way.
Oh yeah, we do, man. This one. You talking about a cast for your ass? This is the one, Boomerang, man. Boomerang is that fucking joint.
Man, you can go down the fucking list, boy. It's just like hitter after hitter after hitter after hitter after hitter, man. Like, if you think Harlem Nights got a great cast, this movie, you know what I'm saying? And look, so let me ask you this, you know what I'm saying? This is very important to the culture. Boomerang, Halle Berry, or Catwoman, Halle Berry?
Boomerang, Halle Berry. Catwoman, Halle Berry is overrated.
Okay.
The only people saying something because she had on the leather suit, blah blah blah. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Swordfish Halle Berry is over Catfish Halle Berry. She showed titties in that movie.
Man, I forgot. Yo, there was a number. I remember it was on like ETV and all that type of shit. They were talking about. Then just and dude, it was shit. A total of what, 3 seconds?
Not even that,
dude.
Maybe 2.25 seconds.
Everybody want to talk about all of these baseball deals and all this type of shit. That might be the best deal ever signed in history. You know what I'm saying? $6 million for 2 seconds of titties. Come on, man.
Genius.
Come on. Genius, man. Halle Berry's a genius. And we ain't even speak about this. We ain't even speak about this in
Ohio's own, bro.
Man, there he go, man.
This is where legends are made, baby.
She's definitely a legend.
Yeah, man. Think about that, bro. The finest woman in the world from 90, let's say 93, on to probably about 2005.
She had a long run, man.
You know what I'm saying? From Ohio.
Long run.
Just
I ain't mad at you though, man.
Just know that. Now it's we don't even do that no more, do we?
What?
Like who the finest woman? Like, cause remember it was a overall thing. Like Halle Berry was the finest woman in the world at one point. Like we don't do that no more.
I think they do, because I mean they still do like the sexiest woman alive, sexiest man alive.
That ain't had nothing to do. I'm talking about it was a man consensus. Like there was nowhere you could go. You know what I'm saying? Like it was an overall man. Like this was like a synergy we had or something. Like this is like a neural network where we was all like, yeah, Halle Berry the finest woman in the world, and then everybody was like, you know what, you all right, sir. Everybody was all together like, yeah, she sure is. And then like at that point in time, everybody was like, Halle Berry is like the pinnacle. And then from there on out, like nobody ever argued that point. And like nowadays, like we don't have that anymore.
I see what you're saying.
You know what you're saying? Like, cause remember at one point, like they was trying to put Taraji in that spot. Like they were trying to say Taraji was like the finest woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then Regina King, you know,
stole the show.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Even though I've always been more of Regina Hall over Regina King, but that's just me.
Regina Hall is fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking that. Regina Hall, and she funny too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? She was hilarious in
Scary movie joints.
Yeah, she was hilarious in Scary Movie. And she's not even that type of actor. That's the funniest part. Like she's not even a comedic actress. She just, you know what I'm saying, just an actress. But Regina King, come on, man.
I mean, she bad.
Come on, man. It's a list of them. This is what we need to do for real. We need to do an episode finest women in movies and TV. Because Thelma from Good Times was always fine and was still fine to the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you see her now, you'll be like, man, like she aight. You know what I'm saying? Pam Grier.
Look, I'm gonna end it right here because you're gonna get me in trouble. Listen.
You don't have to agree. You don't have to say nothing. I can give you the list. You ain't got to say nothing.
My first, like one of my first crushes that I can remember. You know what I'm saying? We spoke about this movie. We done this movie. Vanity, but
oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Why?
Come
on,
man.
Vanity and the Last Dragon.
Come on, bro.
My God, boy. Vanity was that deal, boy.
When she said she could take you to Cloud 9, bro.
Shit. Yeah. All right, we got it.
Respect. And guess whose girlfriend that was, bro?
Who?
Prince.
Man, I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't gonna say that.
Cause that nigga had hoes, man. I keep telling y'all niggas, bro. This nigga is a legend, bro. He had them all, bro.
Oh man,
Sheila E. You know what I'm saying? This nigga had Vanity. He had everybody in that movie that was a part of Apollonia 6 and Purple Rain. I mean, he was just that nigga, man. R.I.P. Prince.
Yes, sir.
Legacy continues. But yeah, man. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening. It is greatly appreciated. Yeah, if you guys want to hit us up, let us know what you thought about the show. If you guys want to tell us the show was raggedy, you know what I'm saying, you guys didn't do a great job. Or if you guys want to just be like, hey, man, why don't y'all do this movie? Hit us up on the socials, man. On Instagram and Twitter at ViewAnon You get us up on Facebook at VA Pod Watch Group. You can also follow me at Scoots Bronson on Twitter. And then you can go to my bio. I have a link tree. You can go there and find me everywhere else.
Yes, sir. Y'all can find me at s.foster8 on Instagram, at 28 minutes or less pod. That's on IG. And let me see. Oh, s.foster8 is also on Twitter. I don't know if I said that or not. Go check out the podcast, 28 minutes or less on all major platforms. I'm cooking up something new, so be on the lookout for something new coming out soon. And that's all I got.
That's what's up, man. And listen, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. It's greatly appreciated. Remember, man, if you are listening to this, you can always watch us now only on Spotify for right now. We only have video available on Spotify, so you can go to the Spotify app and bring up the pod, and it'll play automatically. If it doesn't play automatically, you have to either connect the Wi-Fi or you have to go to the settings and go to use cellular data. So that's just a little trick for y'all, so y'all can see the video. Yeah, man. See you guys next episode. Like we said again, greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. And until the next episode, man, like they say in Hollywood, that's a wrap.
Cut.